the Arlington International Racecourse. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the 11th running of the Arlington Million. This is a race for 3-year-olds and up at weight for age. That means the older you are, the more weight you carry. It's at 1.25 miles, and it's on grass. The Arlington Million was our first $1 million race, and its tradition grows richer. What a marvelous setting it is for international competition, which is what we have today. It's a pleasure to be here and a pleasure to welcome to our ABC telecast a man who brings international distinction to his marvelous calls in Southern California, Trevor Denman. Welcome to the Arlington Million.
Thank you, Jack. There are just a handful of names around the world that are internationally recognizable. England has their Epsom Derby. In France, it would be the Arc de Triomphe. Australia has the Melbourne Cup. And, of course, right here in America, it would be the Kentucky Derby. But over the last decade, you can add the name the Arlington Million to that illustrious list. The original concept of the Arlington Million was to attract foreign competition, and how successful that's been. Each and every year, we've had a strong contingent of foreign horses coming to Arlington to win that million.
Thank you, Trevor, and here's how the field shapes up at the moment. Here are the odds on the right, the jockeys underneath the horse's name. We have Kartajana, who is a filly, at 5-1, and it's all Greek to me at 4-1. The favorite now has become Tight Spot, which was the early morning favorite, but just now has become that here at the track. And 3-1 for Falago, who would be a very interesting race here. And let's look at some of the contenders, Trevor.
Tight Spot, a powerful, muscular colt. He's not flashy, but very professional. Good disposition, and that helps him relax on the lead. Watch him break from the outside gate. Natural speed. He's on the lead immediately.
I think if Tight Spot gets an easy lead today, I think he'll handle it pretty good. If he doesn't get an easy lead, well, I think he can come from off the pace.
Ron McAnally trained John Henry to 2 Arlington Million wins. John Henry was much like Tight Spot in attitude. Not flashy, but he won races. The Grey, It's All Greek to Me. Not a big horse, but what he lacks in size, he more than makes up for in heart. Watch him win here the Alcorn Stakes at Keeneland. He wasn't particularly fond of the going, but just look at him pin those ears back, and nobody's going to go by It's All Greek to Me. Canadian champion is Vestia, the richest horse in the race with earnings of more than $2.7 million. He's almost unbeatable in Canada. He's English-born trainer. Roger Atfield is 4-time champion trainer in Canada, and that's a record. That comes of wins like this in the Eclipse Handicap. Falago, what a pretty-looking horse he is. He's also a long horse, and that allows him to cover a lot of ground. He's trained by the inimitable Bobby Frankel. Here's Falago winning the Arlington Handicap. Look at him stretch his neck out, a long stride. He's really loving it out here, and he's going to be very tough to beat this afternoon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there are some of the contenders here in this 11th running of the Arlington Million. We're moments away from post time, and we'll be Trevor Denham for the start of the race.
Thank you, Jack. Half the field's gone in already. There's It's All Greek to Me. He looked beautiful in the post parade at It's All Greek to Me. He's loaded in. The favorite Tight Spot, you can see in the white cap going in there under Lafitte Penkai. He was outstanding. If you had to make a pick in the post parade, it would definitely be Tight Spot. He's a world's record holder at 1 mile and 1/8 at Hollywood Park, unbeaten in 7 tries on the turf. And let's take a look at the final odds as we take a look at them right here. And it is Tight Spot, who is the 9-5 favorite. Algenib, the Argentinian, has just gone in. Now, he's a very headstrong horse, is Algenib, but he is brilliant. It's going to be a tough ride for jockey Kent DeSormo. There's Falago going in, one from the outside, and the big, big long shot from England. 100, just a one-time winner going in. He's loaded in, and it looks like he's set for a start. Field for the Arlington Million now sent on their way. And going to the early lead is Julie Krone with Chenin Blanc. On the outside of her, Tight Spot. Came out a little awkward in the white cap, and Tight Spot running up alongside of Chenin Blanc, who's going to carry Tight Spot wide. Down at the rail, the Canadian champion is Vestia, is smartly placed in 3rd. And here's the filly, Kartajana, in the green colours in 4th down at the rail. They're going very, very slow early on. Then behind that, we have Algenib and It's All Greek to Me. The 2 stable companions are 5 lengths off the leaders. Then it's Hundra and Dr. Root. Falago in the red colours is back second last, and he's 8 lengths off them. And the long shot Sagasa's Choice is last, 15 lengths off the lead. They head towards the 3/4 pole, and Julie Krone has the long shot. Chenin Blanc setting the pace. But there's Lafitte Pink Eye in the white cap on tight spot, just waiting to pounce on that leader when he's good and ready up there. His Vestier is scraping paint in third. Kartajana is going along comfortably enough in fourth position, 5 lengths off the leaders. Kentosomo has Algenib in fifth position. They've got 7 lengths to make up. Another 2 back to It's All Greek to Me and Dr. Roots. Cat Valenzuela and Falago in the red colors will start to move into the screen on the outside. They're about 10 lengths off the lead as they pass the half-mile pole. And then it's the Garza's Choice and Hunter, the 2 long shots trailing the million field. 3/8 of a mile left to go. Still the long shot. Chenin Blanc taking them along. Tight spot is right there in second. Kartajana, the filly, running a good one in third. Is Vestier on the outside of her. Then Algenib on the outside for Largo. It's All Greek to Me, not firing. He's last. They come to the top of the lane, and now the running is really going to start in the million. Chenin Blanc at the rail. Lafitte Pink Eye is starting to niggle a tight spot in the white cap now. And here comes tight spot to take on Chenin Blanc at the rail. Kartajana, the South American Algenib in the orange colors. He's Vestier there, but it's down to tight spot. Algenib and Chenin Blanc. Tight spot between horses and Lafitte Pink Eye. Here's Kartajana coming at the rail. Kartajana, tight spot, Algenib. Tight spot, Algenib at the wire. Tight spot has won the million by a head to Algenib and Kartajana. What a run from Chenin Blanc in fourth. Dr. Roots came running on late, and then came his Vestier. It's All Greek to Me just didn't run today, and then it was Garza's Choice. A very disappointing for Largo was second last, and as expected, the long shot, Hundra Landrast. And there's Ron McAnally and family right now, and tight spot will remain unbeaten. He's never been beaten on the turf. He's 8 for 8, and Lafitte Pink Eye, he might be now getting on in age as far as jockeys are concerned. He's in his middle 40s, but I want to tell you, he probably still is the greatest jockey in the world, and I would say categorically the greatest jockey when it comes to a photo finish like that. There is still no number in the board, but it looked like tight spot won it. Algenib a head back second, and what a run from Kartajana, the Irish-bred filly. She was right there at the rail, beaten about a neck in third position. The fractions there, they went to half in 47 and 3, 111 and 1 for the 3/4, and the final time a very respectable 159 and 2/5. Jack?
All right, Trevor, thank you very much. There you're looking at tight spot. He is now 8 for 8. If this is unofficial results, of course, and we'll have the official results for you in a moment. And a rousing finish. It's 11th Arlington Million, ridden by Lafitte Pink Eye Jr. And if it holds up, of course, his second win here, Ron McAnally, the trainer's third. Unofficial tight spot, Algenib from Argentina, and Kartajana, the filly, bred in Ireland and raced in France. And she had a little trouble on the rail. Here is the stretch run here, and it gets very, very crowded. Julie Krone on Chenin Blanc, a 30-to-1 shot, almost stole the whole thing. She's still on the lead here, but here come from behind boys, going to make it very tough on everybody. Against the rail there in the green is Kartajana. And what a cavalry charge it is. So unofficially, we have tight spot first, and Ron McAnally, the winning trainer, very happy at the moment, of course, with Algenib second and Kartajana, the filly, in third. And now it is official. Tight spot. Algenib and Kartajana. Tight spot paying $560, $420 and $3. Algenib paying $680, $480, and Kartajana paying $420. And of course, this makes tight spot's record on grass perfect, 8 for 8, and certainly gives him a real headlock on Turf Horse of the Year. Lafitte Pink Eye Jr. And Trevor, we thought this was going to be a rouser, didn't we?
Well, what a race that one was. I mean, that could have gone any way right down to the last few jumps. Tight spot, I really believe Lafitte Pink Eye carried the day for him. Great ride by Kentosomo, though. He settled Algenib down, and we told you before the race, Algenib is a headstrong individual. Terrific ride from Ken. And down at the rail, Kartajana, she really finished gamely, didn't she?
Very much so. I wonder if she'd had any more room if the outcome might have been a little different. Look at the photo, folks. That's crowded, isn't it?
That's about as close as you get to a dead heat you're going to get. And I tell you what, a great run from those 2 long shots as well. Dr. Root and Chenin Blanc, who went with Tight Spot the whole way, and that's where you've got to give Tight Spot credit. He was sat in second, he relaxed beautifully. The critics said he had to be on the front. He doesn't have to be on the front.
He usually goes to the lead, but Ron had said that he could relax him and come from off it, but Julie Krone did a masterful job. She almost stole the whole thing.
Here's the stretch run now. Down at the rail there we have Chenin Blanc, but here's Lafitte Pincay in the white cap, and look at Kartajana in the gold on the outside on Algenib, and there goes Kartajana down on the inside there, and she's going to be finishing gamely, but Lafitte Pincay still hand riding. He gives him a crack left-handed now. Any one of 4 horses can win it right here. Look at Kartajana hand riding on the outside as well. Tight Spot, Algenib, level weights, and just look at these horses come down to the wire. Lafitte Pincay pushes Tight Spot's head there at perfectly the right time. It's unfortunate, really, that we could only have one winner, because very unlucky to Algenib. What a sparkling run from him. He would have become the first Argentinian and the first South American horse to ever win the Arlington Million, but not to be today.
All right, there it is, the official results. And thank you very much, Jim. A tremendous day for racing here. A lot of broken hearts and a lot of exultation here at the Arlington Million. We had one of the most furious finishes you've ever seen. Here are the official prices. Tight Spot paying at $560, $420, and $3. Algenib at $680 and $480, and Kartajana, the filly, at $420. Here's the complete order of finish in this, the 11th running of the Arlington Million. Tight Spot, Algenib, Kartajana, Chenin Blanc, 30 to 1 shot. Dr. Rude is Vestia, It's All Greek to Me, Sache's Choice, Pelago, and Hundro. And now, one more time, back to our